Start the prediction.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Welcome into Division C East, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see really quickly. Division C East of ICC TBD versus All Random All Middle Aged. And we have a Hanzo, Leoric, Stukov, Vari, and Nazebo. On the side of All Random All Middle Aged, Blaze, Dahaka, Garrosh, Uther, Sergeant Hammer. Now, as I mentioned, there's a nice little Twitch prediction going for all of you at home, and that is how many Nazebo stacks will be gained by the end of the game. So get your gambles in. How many of these Voodoo Ritual stacks? It does not matter if Nazebo takes the level 20 upgrade. What matters is the number here next to Voodoo Ritual by the end of the game. Get your gambles in. Get your gambles in. Don't be a coward. Drink malt alcohol. 17% alcohol. Oh, what? 1.7%. Okay. My all-time favorite beer is a Wildflower Honey IPA from a brewery like 10 minutes away from my place. Ooh, nice. There's one beer. My ex-girlfriend's parents would go to Bell's Brewery and buy kegs off of Bell's Brewery, and they had an outdoor fridge that they kegerated, so they drilled into it so you could have the keg lines and everything. And they had this Bell's Brewery beer that, to this day, I don't know what it is. I don't know if they actually ever bottled it. It was the best winter beer I've ever had. It was like, it was a little on the darker side. It was like, I would say more like an amber. It was like an amber, which I'm usually never a fan of. And it was like, it had these like spices and flavors. It was like the most perfect winter beer I've ever had. And to this day, I can never find it. I honest to God don't think that Bell's ever bottled it. I think they just made some kegs of it, which isn't very uncommon for breweries, to be honest. Greek Fire, taking a lot of damage, will go down first here in this little camp invade as a drag from Dahaka connects onto Dark Knight, who is trying to back away. Varian pops the parry. Blaze also will use his Pyromania. Muffin Man very low, gets sniped by the Hanzo. You're level 256 hammer? Nice. I think my highest is Asmodan, like around level 90-ish. It could be a beer they didn't bottle and only serve on tap. No, Raz, exactly. That's what I honest to God think that's what it is. And I've never found that beer ever again. Like, oh man, like I have a memory of that one beer. But to be honest, like when it comes to like specific like beers and stuff, I would say Bell's beers are the ones that I would always go to. But there's such good variety within their beers. They have a great lager. They have Oberon, which is a great like summerish beer. They've got Two Hearted, which is a good IPA. God, Two Hearted IPA is delicious. And even then, they've got so many other in-between beers that you can try from Bell's as well. First, Dragonite does go over to the side of All Random All Middle Age, and let's see what they're able to do this. Are they going to rotate the Dragonite to top lane? Really? It is Dahaka's lane, so I guess he wants priority in his own lane. What is it? There's a brewery in the north side of Michigan called North Peak. They make some fantastic beers. They have like Diabolical, I think was one of the name of the beers. Diabolical is delicious. I remember my buddy went on vacation near the brewery and he came back and brought me an entire growler. And then of course him and I drank it that night because you have to. Two Heart is a staple in my fridge. Oh, like if Brian was in chat, he would be chiming in the same thing. Like, as Brian, like, if I go visit Brian in Michigan and we hang out, there's guaranteed Two Hearted in that fridge of his. My dream is to have a level 1000 Zagara and a level 99 Asmodan, so give me 20 years and I'll get it. Rob pops the Indomitable. Modus with a lot of damage here as well on that Sergeant Hammer. Scatter Arrow almost kills Rob. Wait, the damage over time, is it enough? Is it enough? No, he's got that physical and spell armor. And he's going to be able to just get away. Also, the healing from Uther was enough on top of it. 7 talent tier. First for the side of All Random All Middle Age. ICC TBD. Excuse me, ICC TBD. Gonna have their level 7s as well here. 1-to-1 in kills. Scatter Arrows from Simple Geometry at 17 out of 20 stacks. Rob looking to step up, still mounted on that Garrosh as we have Muffin Man grabbing the camp. And Garrosh will anchor for the ally team as we actually get a little bit of vision for them right over here. I'm gonna Just actually swap between the two visions really quickly. So we know that a bruiser camp is being worked on by the side of our blue team as we swap back visions really quickly. Dahaka and the Leoric doing a little bit of double soak duty. Actually, Blaze up in the top lane to catch that soak as the bottom lane camp might be invaded. Garrosh did show. Swapping between the two visions really quickly. Sergeant Hammer scouts out. They know that Varian's in the bush, but Sergeant Hammer and crew don't step in. You've had Diabolical. Dude, Diabolical is great from North Peak Brewing Company.
My beloved is gone.
The Blanc coffee stout was made with some of the best coffee in the country and local Philly. So, Razno, anytime someone talks about Philly cheesesteaks now, I think of you. And I always think, would this get the Razno seal of approval? I literally think of you anytime someone posts, like, I think it was Doa posted on Twitter that he made like a Philly cheesesteak, and I instantly thought of you. I was like, I wonder what Raz would think of this. Groundbreaker from Garrosh. Varian steps in. Dahaka in the bush. There's a taunt from the Varian. No level 10 on either side yet, so no Warlord's Challenge or anything like that. Let's cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like while we wait for those 10 talent tiers to pop up at the top of our screen. Hot should rename Bruiser Camps to Brewer Camps, you know? I don't. Alright, what do we have for 10s? Decimate Garrosh. Divine Shield, Bunker, Isolation. What do we have? BFG or Napalm Strike? Wave Clear from Napalm Strike is good. Poke potential is really good from it as well. Really low cooldown. Level 20 upgrade's insanely strong, but I think we'll honestly just see the Ultra Capacitors at level 20. If it isn't the right bread, if it isn't on the right bread, so it probably isn't good. Yeah, this is, I mean, Doa lives on the west coast of the United States, so I don't think they have the right bread. Cleanse onto Garrosh, but he's still stuck inside the... Oh, the zombie wall was really good right there. Divine Shield. Garrosh, oh, I don't think he needed to go for that ally toss, but he was really making sure that Sergeant Hammer lives. Leoric and Chauncey and Poppin' Fresh kind of meet immediately in the mid lane here. Pyromania popped by the Blaze as well. He's healing up on that wave as he continues to try and pressure back the Leoric. Another Spectral Leech really could pressure out. Oh, that's a great Entomb Spectral Leech. Dahaka goes down the bottom lane. Bunker down from Blaze actually will buy enough of a window to allow him to live. And that Dahaka in bottom lane does go down. 64 stacks for the Nazebo at level 1 as the Sonic Arrow connects onto Modus completely. Hanzo with the agility over the wall, just trying to gap himself away from the Garrosh as we have Varian who gets tossed in. There's this lurking arm zombie wall, the lurking arm zombie wall at the low blow. The members of all random, all middle-aged looking to defend against the potential Dragonite here. More spiders out from the Nazebo. Toss onto Hanzo, stun from Uther. Sergeant Hammer's got the pepper. Wait, that's Raynor. She's got the salt. No, that's actually Storm League. Barber gonna go for the channel. Leoric should interrupt this. I don't think Dahaka wins the 1v1. I'm not sure, actually. What's the Dahaka build? Got cooldown reduction. Poppin' Fresh going for the channel. Jet Propulsion. Isolation. They should be able to kill Leoric now between the two of them. But does this give a window for the enemy team to potentially get the Dragonite? Excuse me, not the Dragonite. The counter channel through bottom? Yes. Yes, it is. Hanzo back in mid. All right, time to go get wings, then have a beer. I'm all done with my work for the day. Congratulations, Raz. Enjoy those wings. You have earned them. Enjoy the beer. I'll be here casting for a while longer, so if you, I'll be here for still a couple more hours at least. We have our live best of 3 happening in 1 hour and 19 minutes. So we're gonna cast this best of 3, and then we'll check out the Gilly Shark at Bingo Night bingo card. And we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna have some really good fun today, man. I'm loving these long days of casting. It's been just enjoyable. I think I'm already up to 12 casts for the season of NGS. Well, 11 with this one, 12 with the one later. I think I'm at 12 casts already this season. By the way, also, if you are enjoying the games and if you want to catch any on YouTube in the future, you can use !YT, and that'll get you over to the YouTube channel. I think there's also a link on the panel below, but I also am uploading a lot of these videos to YouTube. If you missed them or if you want to catch any of the old games or even other seasons of NGS casting. Dragonite potential through mid. Lurking arm from the Stukov. Divine Shield out from the Uther. There's an arrow from Hanzo. Spins from the Garrosh, getting some value from that Decimate. No grab into mid lane. Garrosh does go down. Good scatter, good damage. Zebo helping out with that. 88 stacks on him. Taunt from the Varian. Zombie wall around Modus, who's going to try and boost away, is able to do so. Dahaka Blaze grab a camp on the right side. And this will be the Leoric grabbing the channel for the top. Now, Dahaka in mid area can still soak up. Blaze might contest top lane. As he does, yeah, he stalls it out at the 50% mark. Oh, it's not YouTube. Or it's not YT. I'm just an idiot. Is it you? Is it just YouTube? There we go. Sorry, it's YouTube. My apologies. There you go. !Y YouTube, not YT. !YouTube gets you over to the YouTube page. So there we go. My apologies, Greek. I misspoke. I forgot my own command. Also, as a reminder, tomorrow is more NGS casting, some StarCraft 2. Friday is our crowd control stream, !CC, that one I have correct. !CC in chat will get you the information about the crowd control stream, what games we're playing. And on Saturday and Sunday, we're doing the Heroes International Qualifier #1. So I'll be casting as many games on Saturday and Sunday as I possibly can for the NGS Qualifier #1. We'll see which team from NA is the first qualifier. By the way, I did ask around for the Korean qualifier replays, and nobody has them apparently. So I'll keep my eyes out. Maybe I'll try and poke someone before the next Korean qualifier to maybe like collect the replays so we can cast them in the future. But that's the situation right now. So we got a lot of days of casting. If you're not following the channel, I hope you do at least do that. If you'd like to support the stream further, it's always much appreciated. I also don't paywall any of my VODs or anything like that, so if you ever want to check out a VOD, I do my best to keep them all up. I highlight all the games, and some VODs aren't always permanent, but most of them are. Good isolation, good damage, better ingredients, Papa John's. Thank you for the follows. Okay, continued pressure through the bottom lane with the Siege Giants. As we've only had like one Dragonite in the game. Nazebo stacking, sitting at 105 right now, so he only needs another 70 stacks for the believers right now. Doubters feeling pretty good about their belief, or their bet. Are we gonna get a 1 DK only game? Apparently not. No, we get another Dragonite here through the mid lane in favor of all random all middle-aged. This should be mid lane fort to fall. Bottom lane fort, it was pressured a little bit by Sergeant Hammer and friends. Kick onto Leoric as you see him fly across our screen. That's going to be Blaze pushing up the top lane with a wave. Might actually get the fort here. Dude, Papa John's sucks. I'm sorry. I don't like their pizza. Their sauce is too sugary and sweet. Cleanse onto the Sergeant Hammer, Divine Shield as well as the zombie wall comes around her. We do have Uther finishing out his level 1. Hanzo lands a huge arrow. This is Rob trying to back away. Dragonite comes in. Oh, what a scatter from Hanzo. A fantastic scatter gets the kill onto Garrosh right there. Dragonite trying to defend through bottom. Blaze does get that top lane fort as mentioned. And this will be Dragonite retreating through bottom to be able to defend. Scatters out from Hanzo. Nazebo drops the zombie wall, and the siege continues through bottom lane fort. It's been a while, just rolling by to see if you're still doing good. Kiss, thank you for the kind words. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Things are stressful in life, but you know what? We're doing our best. We're hanging out. We're hanging in there. I hope you're doing well, Kiss. Thanks for the kind words. Dahaka is in mid lane, but he's got the speed boost from level 1, so he's got that 140% movement speed for 5 seconds after tapping a bush. allowing him to really get away from the enemy. Popping fresh, jet propulsion's away. That's a taunt from the Varian as well. Dahaka burrows, no lurker strain. I think he was considering a drag right there, but the top lane tower goes down. Sergeant Hammer clearing out the bottom lane, picking up that soak. 20 talents here on the horizon for our all random, all middle-aged, as we have 136 stacks for the Nazeebo baseline. He's got that 10% spell power from the level 1. We'll see the camps to be grabbed for the top lane, as well as I had mentioned. We're doing our best to stay positive, Kiss. We're doing our best. With no more CCL, things get interesting. Got to find new casting jobs and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be a little stressful here and there, but we'll be all right, I think. Hopefully. Toss onto Chauncey. There's a Decimate as well. Big lurking arm from the Stukov with the Nazeebo zombie wall combo. Arrow from Hanzo connects onto 2 as the Bulwark of Light does spread to another ally. That's Dahaka and the Garrosh actually getting the double divine shield, if you will. Chauncey with a large heal over time as well. This is going to be Rob trying to back away. Is there a slow? Well, yes, there is a slow. Decimate from Garrosh, lurking arm as well. Jet propulsion from Blaze doesn't connect and puts him in a bad spot. Popping fresh might be popped as he does go for the bunker right here. Hammer down on the right side of our screen. Popping fresh, looking to get the jet propulsion out. Muffin Man as well, trying to back away. Is there a zombie wall from Nazeebo? He's got that extended range from the Things of the Deep. Does he throw it right there? He does connect onto Muffin Man. Muffin Man able to kind of wiggle his way through the gate, able to back away. 20 talent here on both sides as the Dragonite availability is here for either team. Dahaka in top lane already. What did he go for level 20? He went into Apex Predator, so he's got a 25-second cooldown on the brush stock. Does it increase and the cast time is reduced by 0.5? Back from work, time to do some stuff, and sleepy time. It's 1 a.m. Oh, man. I hope you get some good sleep, bud. I hope you definitely get some good sleep. Well, it was looking like a really good game for all random, all middle-aged. They've been opening up the map. They've been winning most of the team fights, but this late game is so different with some of these inconsistent fights, I would say, coming out from the side of all random, all middle-aged. Like, by comparison of early game, it feels like all random, all middle-aged are just kind of stepping out too aggressively at times, or, you know, just trying to save each other. Like that fight in bottom lane with the jet propulsion from Blaze, putting him into a spot where he was going to fall. Anyways, let's go ahead and see. Dahaka chasing on to Nazeebo. 169 stacks. Nazeebo did go for the level 20. And Hanzo's arrow not connecting. Hanzo trying to save right there. Barber, I think, is fine right now with that speed availability. Dragonite, what does it deal into structures currently? 405 standard, 810 into structures. As the Dragonite is looking to open up bottom lane further for the ally team. Taunt from Varian, cleanse from Uther. Garrosh is fine for now, spins a little bit. There's a lot of damage onto Rob. Nazeebo 1 stack, excuse me. Lurking arm from Stukov, and this is bottom lane keep looking still okay-ish. We're at around like 20 or so %. Dahaka's pushing up top. This is 4v5, and they know this. Bunker down from Blaze. There's a Buried Alive. There's a Divine Shield. There's a Lurking Arm. There's everything on the map right now. Lior gets the Wraith Walk out. Jet Propulsion from Blaze not connecting. Toss from Garrosh onto the Varian. He goes down, but Sergeant Hammer to fall. Tank for tank per se. Okay. Bottom lane keep saved. Top lane keep. Barber might actually do what we've all been told never to do. Take a top lane keep off the death bridge. Catapult needs 1 to 2 more autos.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Bottom lane keep. Minion wave is going to get splashed on, but I think it takes down the Kata. Rob is getting scouted out. There's a lurking arm from Stukov. Still Siege Giants for the bottom lane to be achieved over to the side of all random, all middle-aged. Okay. Hanzo to clear out camp. And now the tension begins. One good team fight from either team, and it's GG. One good team fight. Couple deaths inside of ICC TBD, and they're gonna be losing map 1. 5th best of 5 of the day. I want to point that out for all of you. 5th best of 5 of the day. So we've had some great games so far. Bye channel points. I believe 95 Degrees had a song about that. 98 Degrees. Pretty sure 98 Degrees had a song about that. Something about saying goodbye multiple times.
Control both shrines, and the Dragon Knight's power
Anyways.
is yours.
Oh, Believers are going to get a 1 to 3.97 payouts. That's pretty good for Believers. Poppin' Fresh just throwing some oil down. Jet Propulsion onto Nazebo. Bunker as well will be utilized by that Blaze. Hanzo gets a huge arrow into the enemy team with the Buried Alive, excuse me, as well. Divine Shield onto 2. Leoric will fall. Dahaka up in the top lane. Gargantuan doesn't get the keep. Okay. Dahaka did use Apex Predator to get into bottom lane, and that's also going to be his death. He does get top, but it's now 4v4 in the bottom lane. Camp pushing up into top. I don't think top lane... Actually, top lane Camp does push up the wave with the catapults, and it's late game catapults. Could be ending. Could be Winions through top lane. Robs the target. Mortal Wound as well. Lurking Arm, lot of damage. Garrosh is getting low. Great Lurking Arm combo. But the damage from the Sergeant Hammer will also be what takes down Stukov. So we see more trade value. Though, look at the Leoric death timer. He has cheated like 20... He's cheated like 30 seconds of death as he died right around the area of that Dahaka. Now bottom lane keep falls. There's a camp encore on the left-hand side. Those catapults are pushing in as well. Are they committed to this? Are they gonna hearth out? Hanzo to go clear out the catapults. No permanent damage, just shielding to be scratched. 98 sync, boys? Exactly. In sync? In sync with what? What are you in sync with, that guy, Walter? Alright. More camp pressure through bottom. Hanzo just pushing out the wave. No, he's full like scatter, so this is a little difficult for Hanzo. Dahaka just chilling in the bush over here. Alright, so we're just gonna see more camps to be grabbed. Hanzo going for top. Dahaka's unsure of where he wants to defend at. Chauncey finds the Dahaka. Now Varian wants to come in here as well. There's a charge. Varian can't get in here. There's a taunt, and Dahaka tries to buy a small window. Banner as well down from the Varian. Novabot going for the channel. Can't land. Or can't get it. That's a big arrow splashing onto 3 or 4. I think it was 3 for sure. Divine Shield onto quite a few from the Uther. Massive shove from the Stukov. Pushes Garrosh nearly by his keep. Bottom lane wave still pushing in. The Dahaka does go down. One could sneak and grab Dragonite, and Varian thinks about it. Hanzo goes for it. This could be game through the bottom lane. 22-minute Dragonite really slapping onto structures. Let's see if this is game ending through bottom. Slows, Indomitable to be used by Garrosh, so he's able to back away. Taunt from the Varian will connect. That's a lot of damage onto Rob. He gets a spin or two. Silence, 200 or so HP. A kick would not get the kill. The healing from the Uther pretty good right there, as well as the self-healing on the actual Garrosh. But still, Leoric finds the drain. The damage is too good, and map number 1 in our 5th best of 5, best of 3 of the day goes over to the side of ICC TBD. Alrighty, let me wait till everything's over, and then I can pay out the people. Hey Trainwreck, what's up, bud? What's up? What's up, bud? Alrighty, let's pay out the people. How many level 1 stacks for Nazebo? He is at 175 or more. Kick would have killed. He decided to breathe fire instead. Let me show you talents really quickly. Not a lot. Relaxing after work, thinking about getting into some iRacing practice. Hell yeah, dude. How have you been enjoying iRacing? What was the 4 for Leoric? Leoric's level 4 was the Paralyzing Rage. Increase slow of Skeletal Swing by 20. Baseline Skeletal Swing is 40%, so with Paralyzing Rage, you increase it to 60%. I hope I answered your question. Hammer really outdamaged his entire team, huh? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one of the things to consider. It's a conversation I've had on CCL in the past as well. Is effective damage versus like just damage done. Like if you look at a Hanzo, he's got 10 kills. And there's 10 kills, like he's got 100% kill participation, and he's got 20,000 heroic damage. And then you look at a Sergeant Hammer, and she's got 1 or 2 kills and 40,000 heroic damage. By comparison, there's effective damage from Hanzo getting those kills, and then there's just damage done by like Sergeant, like Asmodan. Asmodan has very inflated numbers because of his dunks and everything like that. You could be a hyper carry Asmodan. I'm not saying you can't be. What I'm saying is that a lot of those numbers get inflated because of splash, AoE, stuff like that. So, just a small consideration in the conversation. Have I ever played racing games? iRacing is a different mod. Oh, dude, iRacing's crazy. I watch some people play it from time to time, and there's so many levels. There's so much depth to iRacing. There's so much depth to it. Absolutely. Burst versus sustain. Yeah, you could call it that for sure. You could definitely call it that for sure. Do you know what Halva is? I don't think so. Halva. Wikipedia. Widely spread to the Middle East, is used in broad types of recipes. A thick paste made from flour. Popular in Western, Central, South Asia, Balkans. No, I've never had this before. No, I've never had this before. Not to my knowledge. It takes nothing to spin a car. If you get backed into the throttle too much too soon, you're going. Yeah, exactly. It's wild. There's a lot of nuance with iRacing, definitely. I'm sure it's pretty. I would assume it's pretty close to what it's really like to do racing with those types of cars. Sorry, hold on. I am messaging Totsky about something. Can I tell my parents that I want it? They'll probably not make it because there's a lot of things that they don't. There's so much cabbage-based stuff that when we go back to Romania, they're like, oh God, what is our family like this cabbage? There's so much cabbage-based recipes. My parents, none of us like cabbage. None of us like cabbage. Alrighty. Let's see. That's all set. That's all set. Oh, I need to set up a prediction. That's what we're doing. We need to set up a pod racing.
Now this is pod racing.
All right, let's see. Is this still broken? Are these still broken?
Wow.
No, okay, it's working. Okay. I don't know why it broke earlier. I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it. All right, let's see. Level 1s. Vala's gonna go Creed. Let's do a Vala stacking quest. How many level 1 stacks for Vala? 200 or more. 199 or less. Sure. Sure, why not? It's not cabbage. I know it's not cabbage. I Googled it. I understand that, but you can buy it in Romania. Okay, but no one lives in Romania currently outside of my dad's sister and my two cousins. Like, what are they gonna do? Ship it to the United States? I don't think so. I don't think so, Batman. Okay. That is set. 2 minutes on that one. All right, let's go ahead and let's load up the map, and we can start talking about Infernal Shrines here. I didn't miss anything? Okay, cool. All right, let's get into the game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division C East matchup of ICC TBD versus All Random, All Middle Aged. As I had mentioned, we do have a Vala going into the Creed of the Hunter at level 1. She'll be building out those auto stacks, but on the left-hand side, we have ICC TBD with a Vala, Diablo, Brightwing, Joanna, and Falstad. On the side of All Random, All Middle Age, we have a Tassadar, Greymane, Hogger, Lucio, and a Muradin trying to take us to a map number 3 through the Infernal Shrines. Let's go ahead and get our gambles in. Ladies and gentlemen, get your gambles in. Do not be a coward. Do not be scared. Spend them channel points. Spend them. It's fake internet money. Use it. You know what they say, if you don't use it, it just sits there in your Twitch account, and it just sits there, and everyone's sad. Condemned from the Joanna pulling in a few, Falstad picking up a couple Q stacks, and Vala already at 7 stacks. If that is influencing any of our voters out there, there you go, Vala already at 7 stacks. Okay. First objective phase will be Frozen Punisher in the bottom of the map. We are going to be seeing that announced at 2:30 in-game time. Rob missing the Stormbolt. Force Wall from the Tassadar. Can Diablo use a Tassadar on the opposing side's Force Wall? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you want me to send you some? I have a P.O. box. You're welcome to. You're welcome to. I have a P.O. box. If you'd like to send me mail, you can scroll down to the About section, and there's the P.O. box link right there. Hey, Irby, what's up, bud? He's leaving this weekend to Romania to see his mom. Do you know where he's going? Our family's from Cluj. Cluj-Napoca. That is where our family is and still is. We have my aunt and uncle have a house. I don't know specifically where. My grandmother has an old apartment in like a block or two from the city square in Cluj. And then there's another apartment that a different aunt had, and then my dad actually has ownership of that one, and he rents it out to my cousin. And that one's more it's more outside of the city. It's in more of kind of like a suburb type area, but I don't know. I like the times that I've been there, I really never paid attention to where I am. I just kind of go places. We'll just walk through the city for half an hour and we're just somewhere. And my dad's like, this is where we meant to be. Not sure where in Romania. Okay. Well, ask him. Ask him ask him which region he's going to. Is he going to Transylvania? Is he going to Wallachia? Is he going to Moldova? Moldavia? I think it's Moldova. I think that's the other region. Because there's 3 regions in Romania. Transylvania being in the northwest region. Cluj being the capital of said region. Yes, he can. Thank you. Thank you. I was... Because, like, if Tassadar put down a force wall, and then Diablo's, like, over here, and he shadow charges Tassadar into his own force wall, I kind of find that ironic. I find it funny. So, I'm keeping my eyes out for that potential. I will say this. When it comes to Romania, the best food is mich. It's these little sausages. It's these little sausages made of 3 different things. It's cow, I think lamb, and pork. So it's like beef, pork, and lamb, I think is the mixture. It's so good. Oh my god, that's like such a staple whenever we go and visit. Even now, like my parents, they try and find a Romanian butcher in Detroit, and they're just like, maybe we find a good Romanian butcher. Because it all has to do with like how you grind up the different meats, because each meat has to be ground to a different like fineness. It's a whole conversation my dad and I constantly have of comparison, but Poppin' Fresh should go down, will go down. That's a chunk of souls for the Diablo. Punisher over to the side of ICC TBD, and they're gonna get some decent value through this bottom lane. They're gonna open up the fort front gate. Punisher will jump parity soon. It's gonna jump over to Rob right there. Diablo going for the shadow charge. Dyke Knight a little bit low. There's that force wall I was talking about from the Tassadar, and Diablo needs to back away. Yeah, exactly, Trainwreck, exactly. Best mixture, not just pork. Yeah, it's as I used to say to my mom when I was younger, I want Muba oink. I want Muba oink. Yeah, I think it translates to little sausage, or I think it actually translates to little sausage if I'm not mistaken. Let's camp when you come around. Sure thing. With all of my money that I get to use to travel, absolutely. I probably won't see myself going to Europe for a while because money. It's expensive. It's very expensive. It looks so good. Oh, it's amazing. You honest to God, you make a salad, you get some bread, maybe you get some French fries, you really don't need to. And then you can do what's called, I don't think I'll pronounce it correctly, but it's a mouchte, which is basically, it's like a garlic sort of mixture sauce that you dip your fries into. It's mostly, it's like garlic with water and like something else mixed in there. I think it's like milk or heavy whipping cream. It's weird. It sounds weird, but it's amazing. It's just this garlicky mixture that you dip your French fries into. Muba oink. Yeah, exactly. That's how I remembered it as a kid. Definitely have gotten off topic on food this best of 3 series for certain. Apocalypse pop by the Diablo feels more like a zoning tool than anything else. Vala enters near her 50 stacks, so the Doubter's looking pretty good right now, but still is very early in the game. Mortar Punisher not too far off for the top lane, probably a minute or so away. A little bit of a bush party right here. Rob goes for the Stormbolt, lands it right onto Falstead. Blink heal from the Brightwing, as we do have those 10 Talentiers already here. Muffin Man skating away. Modus low goes down. Vala finding a stack right there. Excuse me. High five in from the Lucio trying to save Rob. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Hammerings are pretty good from the Falstad. The damage is going to be in from Diablo, and that's a double kill for the side of ICC TBD. Grilled minced meat rolls. Of the Knob, thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. Alrighty. Next Punisher, Mortar Punisher, Vol gonna Hearth back, get full mana, and what do we have here when it comes to just experience? I'm just looking really quickly. Oh, and I can't because it already swapped over. You know, like 4 to 5 recipes? Yeah, my dad has one that's just really, really good that he always makes. So, we'll see. We'll see. My parents are coming in like 2 weeks. My parents fly in like 2 weeks or so. So, hopefully they'll bring me some little sausages. Hopefully. 90% of the time when my parents fly in to visit me, they have a suitcase full of food. They don't bring clothes, they just bring a suitcase full of bread and cheese and meats and gin. They always bring me a bottle or two of gin. What good parents. I got great parents. Falstad's still in the bottom lane. The assumption is that he does have flight. Yes, he does. Soothing Mist from the Brightwing. She's going to be still stunned out. I think there might have been a Stormbolt from Rob right at the end of that. Random Vengeance from the Vala. There's a huge Apocalypse connecting onto a bunch of enemies as the Falstad flies up. He didn't even need to fly up. He didn't need to fly up, but he does help out. That's a quadra kill to the side of ICC TBD. Joanna actually splitting off to go soak up while the rest of the objective phase will be worked on by the allies, and we have Falstad continuing to siege through the top to open things up. Low death timers, about a 10-second average. Barber very low to the Falstad, who just decides not to continue the pressure, taking out the sidewalls, looking to go for the fort right now. Here come the respawns. Muradin, Greymane, Lucio, and Hogger back in the mix. Top lane fort shall fall. Oh, hold on. Where's Muradin and friends going? Are they looking for a wraparound onto Joanna? No, I don't think they're going to get it in time. Even then, Joanna's got Iron Skin and other buttons to be able to press, so she should be able to back away without much issue. And here comes that Punisher through the top lane. How much value does this get? Because it's going straight into a keep front gate, and it's a Mortar Punisher, the weakest of the three, but still an objective phase for Heroes of the Storm. Oh, they're going to 39 this and try and get more pressure on the map, it looks like. I like this. Hammering over the wall. Falstad does not have the range to auto-attack. Actually, he did. Never mind. He just didn't click on the unit. Right wing still floating around over here, waiting to get the last skeletal defender. Some waves to be cleared out as well through the mid and bottom. Vala working on that bottom wave, just getting rid of any sort of pressure. Novabot sees the enemy approaching and immediately just vaults away. Here comes Diablo, though. Diablo pops the Apocalypse, puts Lucia right onto it, hammering out from the Falstad, shockwave from the Hogger. That does not stop, and Lucio dead here, that's pretty big. That's an experience jump to push towards 16. Punisher jumps onto Rob, so I think the Punisher jumps an 8-second cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. That doesn't seem right as I say it. So, by what I said, it should be off cooldown now-ish. Oh, I think it's like 10 or 12 seconds actually. It was like 10-minute 22 when it jumped. No, 10-minute 25. I'm not 100% sure on the jump timing, honestly. Let me see. I'm trying to watch it. It was at 10:40 exactly when it last jumped. It's not 8 seconds. Hogger goes down. It's 15, I think it's 15 seconds. I think it's a 15-second cooldown. Because it was 1 second off, I think, from jumping right there. Hey, Red Rum, what's up, bud? Yeah, we've been casting all day. We have our best of 3 coming up in like 45 minutes. Gilly Shark at Bingo Night versus Mallow Oats. We got that deliciously live best of 3 that I know you all love so very dearly much. You all love live games, so I got a live game for you all tonight. Shadow Charge, overpower, another Shadow Charge into the wall. There's an Apocalypse from the Diablo. Tassadar pops the... not Shadow Stalk, sorry. The Shadow Walk, my apologies on that one. And we have more pressure through mid. Next Punisher, Arcane through said mid lane. Top lane keep did not fall, around 50% or so. As we hop on the Magic School Bus, we're gonna... Anyways. We'll see an invade onto the camp over here. Not too bad from ICC TBD. They really turned things around by comparison of game 1 and 2. Completely different game number 2 from this team. Some pings onto the camps below. Seems like there's already a call to just continue pressuring the lanes. Falstad with the barrel roll onto the far side. I'm just looking at talents right now. We do have the domination for the Diablo. Casting Overpower resets the cooldown of Shadow Charge. Big turtle up from the side of Valranimel Middle Age, but they will have 16 talent tier for the next objective phase, so at least it will be on that. I don't expect a level and a half to go over to the side of ICC TBD unless they find a bunch of kills right here. Now's the time to go in for the fight. Curse Bullet from the Greyman. There's an Apocalypse as well. Huge Blessed Shield, and the Apocalypse setting up so much Rain of Vengeance is coming through as well. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3. It's a triple kill to the members of our blue team who are going to look for Poppin' Fresh over the far side of the wall. Make it a quadra kill. Make it a quadra kill. You could realistically look for top lane keep, but can they go core? Is this a core call? Punisher is available in 30 seconds. Death timers are about 20 seconds on average. Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for the throat. Rob is the target, getting pushed around. Polymorph from the Brightwing. Chunk from the Vala Manticore. And I think with that, it's going to be the domination over to the side of ICC TBD. They'll take this series in a 2-0, our 5th best of 3 of the day as we prepare for number 6 in just a little bit.